Hello, Cleveland, and everyone from everywhere else. Welcome to your 10-minute TA for Thursday, May 8th, 2025. It's a good day. Bitcoin has broken not just over 100,000, but over $101,000 just in the last 20 minutes. This is actually take two of the video because I had to stop to trade. So, without further ado, please give me a like, give me a subscribe. And here is the next chapter of the adventures of Rollo the raccoon. Chapter 8, Flight of the Free. Soon they soared through the starry skies on a floating airship. Twin moons lit the forest below. Waterfalls sparkled like silk, and banners fluttered in the wind. Rollo steered proudly, dragon beside him, eyes full of wonder. And they rose together, just like the song says. All right, let's dive into these charts. Turn this music down just a little bit. Turn it down a little. There we go. And let's look in the charts. Okay, so yesterday we were making a video right around here. And I was saying we were going to be looking for some downside because of this bearish div, this possible bearish div. Now, that bearish div played out, or got invalidated when the bull flag played out. In fact, it played out to the measured move and then some. Well, now and then some. So yeah, we can pretty much just get rid of this bull flag and that. And we'll draw a new bull flag. Well, it was a bull flag a minute ago. It was like starting to be one, but now it's just rushing up. And usually after a big rush like this, we see some downside. Why? Well, we're pretty far from the 21. You. Get rid of you. No, I want you. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Yeah, so here we'll usually see some downside after a big run up. We saw it here a little bit. We saw it here a lot of it. So yeah, it can happen. Those are just two examples. Here's another one. We saw a run up here and then some downside after that. Saw another run up, some downside, another run up, downside, run up, downside, run up, downside, run up, downside, run up. And we'll probably see a little more downside coming up. How far down? Well, let's hope that our 99.6 resistance, now acting as support, can hold. And we can see the bully bulls push up even further from there. If not, well then, let me make this bigger. I'm talking about stuff and you can't barely see it if you're on a phone. There you go. All right, so what we're looking at now is a big old run up, and we'll probably see a trip back to the 21, just like we did here. Trip back to the 21, then further down past it. If we broke under the 21, we'll probably come back to the 200. Like for instance, here. Well, here it stays pretty strong. Kind of stayed with the 50 instead of the 200 there. Now that the 200's kind of closer, it'll probably play down to the 200 as well. If not the 50, if the 21 can't hold it. But it will come back to the 21, whether that's some sideways movement from here and the 21 comes up to it, like it did here, or like it did here, or like it did there. And then it either breaks under it or it, bounces off of it. I mean, those are the two things that can happen. But at the moment, we're over the 200 moving average. We're over the 21 moving average. We're over the 50 moving average. We're over our 99.6 resistance, now acting as support. RSI is, however, in bullish territory. Or I'm sorry, in overbought territory. And the Stokes. Well, the Stokes were in overbought territory, but they've kind of moved their way out of it and are now kind of moving back to the upside in their oscillation. Now, this could change. The RSI could drop down. The Stokes will drop down too. But hey, if the strength continues, then we could just kind of keep seeing this push up happen. How high? Well, let's look at the 6-hour chart, and that'll tell us where our next target is. Of this bull flag that we're looking at, that we've been looking at, our next target is 104. So let's see if we can reach 104. But we are moving into bullish or overbought territory here on the RSI on the 6 hour. We're in overbought territory here on the Stokes, although we could get stuck, especially if those 90-minute Stokes do turn around like they seem to be doing. Let's take a quick peek at the 22. The 22 Stokes are getting kind of high. RSI is overbought. So yeah, this tells me that there will be a little bit of a retracement. How far down? Well, hopefully 99.6 can hold. If not, hopefully the 22-minute 200 can hold. Although the 50 and the 21 have been held up pretty strong for them for this on the 22-minute chart here for the most part. So maybe those will hold. But if not, look for a retrace back to that 200. Down here around 96.5 before we see another bounce. Now, if we see the Stokes, coming down and the RSI comes down, forms a lower low, then we'll probably break back under 99.6. But if we can see a higher low on our side, 99.6 will probably hold, and we'll probably see some more high upsides. How far up? Well, you know where it's going. I just showed you, 104. If it's going to the upside, it's going to 104. If it's going to the downside, it'll fall back into this bearish pattern here. Extend this out a little. You can see we're actually breaking out of it. Breaking out of the upside trend of this bear flag. Or bull flag, sorry. Yeah, we're breaking out of it. Look at that. Up to 104, hopefully. If not, we'll bust back into it. 99.6 can hold. If not, 94 can hold. Not 90 can hold. That's what we've been talking about. We still got, even if we see downside, we've still got bullish patterning printing here. All right, let's just take a quick peek at the daily here. Where are we at on the daily? Well, we're moving pretty good here on the daily. Following our little thing. I mean, it didn't get down quite as low as I thought it would. I thought it would come down to about 90. Maybe I'll bounce off that 200. But nope. 94 held strong. Saw a nice bounce up from 94. And yeah, if we continue moving up, maybe our next target is 103.7. And that correlates to that bull flag on the 6 hour chart. What is that target from? That's from this double bottom, an extension of this double bottom. You take from the bottom of the double bottom to the middle top, and then you move that to the shoulder line, and then you move that shows you the extension of the double bottom. And yeah, if that can happen, and we can flip 99.6 to support here on the daily, and we have a real good shot of finishing this move up to our all-time high. Where's that at? About 109. Maybe we'll come a little shorter. Maybe we'll go a little higher. We still got this bull flag here too, saying 115 is our target. So let's see if that can happen. I'm feeling optimistic. We're over the 200 on the daily. We played out this bull div. We can probably get rid of that. Yeah, we can get rid of that. Yeah. Stokes are looking strong, pointing to the upside, but the RSI is overbought. So, again, let's watch for a little bit of pullback from the lower time frames. That might drop the RSI back down out of overbought territory. And hopefully, if the Stokes can stay up here on the 6 hour, drop down on the 90, if they do drop down on the 90, but or if they drop down on the 22 like we've been talking about. But then, the daily could still remain pointing to the upside, because these smaller movements, these oscillations on the lower time frames, like the 22, it can oscillate down and back up without really affecting the 90-minute oscillation. So the oscillation here on the 90 could move back up, get stuck in overbought. Same deal with the 6 hour, could stay stuck in overbought as that 22 oscillates, and the same deal with the daily. As that 22 or even the 90 oscillates, the daily can stay pointed to the upside. So we're watching for these to turn, the indicators on the daily to start turning to the downside. That would indicate to us that, hey, maybe we are going to see that move back down to 90 or even as low as 82. But as long as we see that higher low from our previous low or April lows, as long as we see a higher low than that, then our uptrend is valid, remains valid, and our move to 109 is still valid as well. All right, so watch for that downside today or tomorrow, today or tonight. Maybe down to about 96, maybe a little lower, but I expect a bounce after that. Or we'll see some sideways movement as the 21 moves up to catch up to price action, and then we'll see a bounce after that. Either way, we'll be watching you, Bitcoin. And I want to thank you for watching. As always, music has courteously been provided by Luminist, Veloa, and Sasquatch. You guys are awesome. Keep that ish up. Much love. And I will see you tomorrow.